Good find. I knew you were going out. I coulda guessed that. Yeah. Wow. So did you have a Bigfoot in the vicinity that just said "zap"? You think that's what it was? Right, right, yeah. Right, right. I can't I I've been out with, I was gonna say I've been out, in the p with, Miguel at, Sasquatch Theory, and he has a lot of good equipment, and I have seen him have every battery completely freshly charged on his equipment, only to have it go dead as soon as he starts putting it in use. And that's why I don't bring that stuff out there. It's it's unexplainable, but it happens. So, yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I hadn't heard that. Wow, wow. Yeah, wow. Yes. Yeah. Get you a dark room. Right, right. Yeah, Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't believe anything I hear or see out there, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So I I'm yeah, I just, who know who knows why governments do what they do anyway. It's like so. Well, any government any government is, I mean, they're all, I'm sure they're no more trustworthy than ours. I mean, maybe they're not So I don't know. Right. I'm just saying with the AI technology that's out there, you're gonna be seeing a lot of things that even look more realistic than art. So I just I'm skeptical about everything these days, except Bigfoot's existence. Well, but the thing. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, right. No, you're not gonna really know for sure. Now you get the pictures that Barb posts, we know Barb, and we know where Barb lives and so Brittany, because you don't know. That's why I tell people all the time when it comes to Bigfoot, I said, you could get out and find your own evidence." No, I wouldn't. I Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, yeah. And I say that as well. To me, it's been proven. It's been proven over and over and over again. And we're trying to learn more and more about who they are, what they're about, and so forth. And you find new clues and new answers, every week. So, Bigfoots that are robots. Oh, what was your? Why didn't the Peruvian government release it? Why the Mexican government? Anything out there is possible. I mean, we're not going to sit there and say nothing, just totally hoax or whatever. Anything is possible, but you have to really, really, question, scrutinize, see what's up with it as much as you can. Right, right. Grizzly, Okay, you asked the question about Bigfoot robots. There was a novel written, there is an author, trying to think of the guy's name now, um, off the top of my head. He's written a lot of Christian-based books. Frank Peretti. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the work of Frank Peretti. A lot of Christian-based. That novel was about a couple. It was fiction, but it was about a couple that hiking in the Idaho mountains, and the young couple and the wife went missing, and she was kidnapped by a female Sasquatch. And the female Sasquatch had lost her baby to what turned out to be a robotic monster of a Bigfoot that was created by some mad scientist out there. And it was a really, if you get a chance to read the novel Monster by Frank Peretti, it came out about 20 years ago. So it's a real good novel, real, and he really took time to be really accurate about the habits that we know of a Bigfoot as far as they were concerned. And in the end of the show, or the end of the novel, the climax was that Papa Bigfoot beat up the monster robot Bigfoot, and the wife was returned to her husband. And and happy ending on that. But they were talking about, Frank Peretti was writing about that 20 years ago in a fiction novel. But why do you write about that in a fiction novel if you don't have an inkling that there might be something like that going on? Because I teach English, I teach literature for a living, and most of those fiction writers throughout the history of the country, they wrote about true stories. They just changed the names and called it fiction. So I don't doubt the possibilities, Grizzly Chris, on that at all. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All that stuff. Right? Yeah. Yep. Right. It yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No. There's and I'll say the more I What do you mean? Well, once again, I haven't been back there. We've had I had to miss last week. I had family things going on, a lot of family things going on that have keep me from doing the things I want to do. One of those, I'll just mention, my father-in-law did pass away this morning, and that was been an issue. And my wife's on her way back from Kentucky. She was able to be with him for his last 3 days, and so, but that was one thing, and it was expected. We're not gonna, I'm not saying that for sympathy. I'm just saying those are one of the things that been kind of keeping me preoccupied because we've been trying to take care of him from 250 miles apart. He is actually closer to you, Grizzly. He's a Glasgow Cucky. I should have had you come down and check on him once in a while. But but that being said, I've talked to some people this week, um, that I mentioned having being up at St. Charles months ago and having some vocalizations and so forth. And I've got some people up in that area contacting me about other activity that they're starting to see in that area. So I'm going to have to get back up there this fall. And I had I conversed with a gentleman who had a sighting. 40-year hunter, 54 years old, comes across a 9 foot tall Bigfoot at about 45 yards away. He raises his gun to shoot it. This Bigfoot starts going nuts, yelling, screaming, growling. He said, and then as soon as I lowered he goes, I got it scared my gun. That thing just totally calmed down and got chill, and then walked away. And so I'm trying to. And I just conversed with that person today, so I'm gonna try to get some more information out of him. Um, and I want to mention something else too. I don't really. There's a lot of YouTube channels out there. There's a lot of Facebook pages out there that deal with Bigfoot, and and there's one particular Facebook page. It's one of the first ones I joined several years ago because I didn't know anything else. But it's got a lot of negativity with it and a lot of non-believers on there. The name of the page, I just call them out. It's Bigfoot Believers. Some of you guys have probably seen it. I'm still on that page, and 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 I normally ignore it, but I saw somebody just yesterday post from the comments, just the negativity. And I thought, says something to the effect he says, well, I got on here to try to, all you guys are doing is giving me grief, and so I just made a comment on there, and I normally don't comment on that. I said, "Hey, look," I said, "there are a lot of other pages out there that this stuff does not take place." I said, "If you would like," I said, "I would be glad to personal message you the names of some pages because I don't wanna put, on competing Facebook pages." So, he said, "Yeah, please do that." And then the comments, at the end of the day, like 8 to 10 people are comment, "Can you please share those with me? Can you please share those with me?" So, Barb, you're gonna get a bunch of new ads. I I I said, "No drama." I said, no drama." Um, and as far as national pages, Daryl Denton's page, Bigfoot Believers, I said, "These are 2 of the best nationally." I know a lot of us. I've got a regional. I'm with a regional page. Chris has a regional page. But I start with the 2 national pages, and so we had um, yeah, I had like, "Can I go to? Where can I go to?" And so people out there want to know. They want to share the truth. They want to know the truth without getting ridiculed. And I thought I'd just kind of share that out there as well. But um, believe me, we get this stuff behind us. I've got spots to go. I'll be out in the woods come October and November and so on. So yeah, yeah, no, no, yeah, and and you look at a lot of the yeah, and you take like Bart, a lot of the photos that Bart puts up, and I don't always see the faces in those photos. Of course, I may not have, but then all of a sudden, they'll get enhanced, or I'll put them on my bigger screen on my computer, and there they are, you know, and people are sharing things like that, and if I'm looking at it on my phone, I can't see the picture. If I blow it up on my laptop at 14, 15 inches, I can see the picture, or I can start, hey, there's the eyes. I know what I'm looking for. Your average person may not necessarily see that, but don't ridicule a person trying to share what they've got, because a lot of it is very legitimate. And I remember my buddy, Steve Nabowski, and he showed me, on this was 4 or 5 years ago. We started, I guess it's 3 years ago we started doing this, and went for, because I've only been doing it for three. He says this spot on Google Earth has six Bigfoots in the picture, and he shares it with me, and I look at it on my phone. I don't see them. I say, oh, those are dead. Yeah, I can't tell it. I go to my 14-inch laptop computer, and it's like a bigger blur. I can't see them. I'm like, Steve doesn't know what he's talking about. Then I'm at school, and I can project the computer to an 80-inch smart board. And when I project that picture on the 80-inch smart board, I see six heads, six shoulders, six sets of shoulders, six arms, and I see the six Bigfoots pretty clear. Like, wow, he wasn't lying. And there's so, um, but a lot of people, they're looking at things on their phones, and they're like, "This is a hoax," blah blah blah. They think they know, Or the other comment, that it's like people put tree structures. Oh, the weather does that all the time. Well, no, it doesn't. How many times have you seen the weather make a symmetrical X with with two 30-foot logs? Or the t or people are out there in the woods doing that stuff all the time. No, they're not, because people aren't going to the woods as much anymore. And the four of us have gone places that people just aren't out there doing things. Yes. And so, but you gotta look at everything with, when you go out, examine all the evidence. Could the weather have done this? And then when the answer is no, could people have done this? And then when the answer is no to, I tell people, usually if you think the answer is Bigfoot, you will also find other evidence besides, got eyes on you, that type stuff. So anyway, so yeah, yes, yeah, right. Yeah, they are out there. I've seen them too. Right. Right. Yeah. Right. Lynn Gasper. Yeah. Yeah, it yeah, it well, we have an example right here. It took Barb 6 to months to come on with me, because we had talked for that period of time about what and I said and then a star was born. Just like that, a star was born. Right, right. Yeah, right. Nope. Yeah, nope. Nope. Yeah. 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 Yep. Yeah. Right, right. I'm I'm not sure I'd be proud of that or not, but yeah. Yeah, sidearm. Okay. Alright. Right. I I re I remember the first time I saw a tree structure, I was with my son, and this was before the footprints. This would have been May of 2019, before the December 2019 footprints. We were together, we saw a tree structure. I said, "Look at that, look at that." I said, "I gotta go in and take a closer look at that." And my son unholsters his pistol and gets it ready to go. He says, "I'm going in with you." I said, "Put that thing away." I'm not putting it away. But what's like the guy in right, oh, hey, don't get me wrong, I I get more nervous before, but I get nervous sometimes too, and I'm like but the thing is it's like the guy I talked to today, and I'm just scratching the surface on this new story. When he lowered the gun, the 9-foot Sasquatch calmed down. When he lowered the gun, and I told him, I said, "That tells you 2 things. Number 1, you had enough sense or intuition to go ahead and lower the gun at that point, and number 2, he knew what you were doing." You know, and so you wanna get that plug my stuff, understanding Bigfoot, that understanding part of him, the Bigfoot knew what you were doing. He saw it being okay, he now poses no danger to me, I'm gonna calm down. And well, he said yeah, yeah, he also said at the same time he had pee running down his leg, but the he says, "But I realized" yeah, he says, I realized I'm not going to outgun it." So, he says, "So I lowered the gun, it calmed down." Well, I've had people say that over and over again. I had a guy yeah, I had a guy contact me I had a guy contact me, not too long ago, and he was telling me about his experience he's about my age, he's about his experience 40 years ago, Southeast Missouri woods, and traumatized him. He hadn't been back in the woods since then. He somehow caught the show Understanding Bigfoot and caught our Facebook group, and he lives up in Metro St. Louis now, and he said, "Will you go with me if I go back to that place?" He's had because I've had nightmares for 40 years. I hadn't been back in the woods in 40 years. I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll go back there with you." So, but yeah, but we all, the 4 of us know stories like that now from across the country. People like, not everybody's a Lynn Gasper where they hold hands with him and pick berries with him, you know? So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, no, you know, and my first, with me, it's been a gradual process. I saw footprints. Then I went and saw more footprints. Then, it was a gradual process to where when I actually then all of a sudden laid eyes on one, it wasn't such a big shock. But and it's kind of like you, Barb, when you saw the with the baby the other day. It's been a year-long process for you to where all if you would have seen that the first day you moved into the place, you'd have been selling it and getting out of there. Yep. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's one of those things up close, oh my goodness, that would terrify the daylights out of you. So, yeah, yeah. Now what did your husband think about that when you told him that? Because he's kind of, like you said, he's kind of staying out of the Bigfoot thing. Right, right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, people with masks on, I was gonna say, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. So, right. You're like, "I live there." Yeah, I don't know what to think about that, but right, right. You talk about those dogs, Chris, and I remember the first time, this was, a few years ago, we went to a spot where somebody had one of those scary Sasquatch encounters, running out of a campsite, and we went to that spot the very day. I mean, he got run out at 4 o'clock in the morning. That very day, we went to that spot, several hours later. I took my 2 labs with me because it's daytime, the woods and everything. Took them with me. They get out, they'll run, they'll go to the creek, they'll go to the pond if it's available. And we were close to the creek, and they got a sniff because I saw the footprints where the Bigfoot was, and they're over there, and they started sniffing those footprints, and those 2 labs went straight to the car, let us back in the car. We don't want any, let us back in, and they just whined and whined until I went and opened up the back hatch and let them hop in. And it's like they had nothing to do with it. And yeah, 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 so, yeah. Whose dogs go run with the Sasquatches. They'll go run out and play with them. You know? Yeah, goes both ways. So, Grizz, if you run into the female, put me on speed dial for advice, okay? Look at Brian. The people came looking for it, saying it ran off in a bear and shook 2 trees at once. No. Yeah, right. Yeah.